Hey, it's Monday, April 17th. I'm Linda Lopez.
I'm Kane. It's a crappy day here in New York City. It's raining and 45, and Rebecca's got the weather.
Yes, I'll get right to the weather. Frontman for Bush, Gavin Rossdale, was hospitalized over the weekend a little bit. He got very sick on a stage on a show at Central Michigan University. He was hospitalized overnight. He rested Friday and Saturday and played Saturday night. Doctors believe it was an electrolyte imbalance. That means give him some Gatorade. Rossdale is feeling better, and Bush plans to continue their campus invasion tour with Moby. TLC's Lisa Left Eye Lopez is following the footsteps of both Puffy and Busta Rhymes. She's starting a clothing boutique line with her uncle, Kyle Young. The clothing line will be called Kyle Young, the Lisa Left Eye Lopez Collection. The special pajama party of the company, the division of that, is going to kick off with a party and carnival over Memorial Day weekend. The Pajama Jam will take place in Lisa's hometown of Atlanta on May 27th. So what do you think? We're thinking that Lisa, the Kyle Young, Lisa Left Eye.
Are you related to her?
Yeah, we're all related.
Oh,
every Lopez.
That's
in
how
the
it
whole
goes.
entire
But
universe.
imagine the length of the label on the clothing. On the back. They're going to put the whole thing. They're going to have to get some initials going on. Acronym.
I wasn't paying attention.
And by the way, I think it's Pajama Jam.
Pajama Jam?
I don't think it's Pajama Jam. I think it's Pajama Jam.
Pajama Jam.
Throw
All right.
that out there.
From the
What's the
official
difference?
Lopez.
Lisa
Well, she's a
Left Eye
Lopez. She knows.
She'll come burn down the studio. Is that the one who burned down his house?
Men Strike Back, by the way, premiering right here on VH1 this coming Tuesday night. Tomorrow night, you can see that at 9, 8 Central. Cisco, D'Angelo, Tom Jones, Sting, Backstreet Boys, Enrique Iglesias, Christina Aguilera. It was a very fun night. You know, a lot of people hooked up that night. And I thought that was just us backstage, but no. Friday's New York Post, lots of news about Christina Aguilera, actually, and Enrique Iglesias, a report that they hooked up too. It said the red hot couple actually ended up entwined in a lusty lip lock after a steamy, dirty dancing session at Nell's, and Nell's is actually a club here in New York. And Christina Aguilera's publicist said that I know they were dancing. It could have been very suggestive, and I don't know if they were making out, but I do know they did not go home together.
That's the biggest line. That's what publicists do, you know.
I didn't know publicist said making out either, which is kind of funny. And
Actually in the loop, says he did go
Right,
home
it's
with
the publicist's job to call the Page Six and say, hey, my client was so-and-so with so-and-so.
Right,
know.
so they were like denying it. Actually, Enrique's publicist, Enrique's camp, had nothing to say, a comment either way, which is what your publicist is supposed to do, actually. It's time to check out the latest from Enrique. Oh, wait, off this album, this CD, in case you don't have it, Enrique, To Be With You.
Welcome back to Cooking Live Primetime. We're taking a look at Retro America tonight, and my guests are the executive chef of Oceana here in New York City, Rick Moonen, the chef and owner of Lola in Cleveland, Michael Simon, and the pastry chef of Mesa Grill in Bolo, also here in New York City, Wayne Harley Brackman. So, what are you doing?
Playing.
Alrighty then.
Having fun.
We made these gorgeous these should be shellacked and put in the window of the restaurant, I think. Don't you? They're perfect.
I love these.
Who makes a croquette like that? These are just like perfect.
These are croquettes.
But there's something missing. What do we need to do?
The sauce. All right, well, I like to serve stuff like that. I love tartar sauce.
I love tartar sauce.
I'm crazy
Amen.
nuts cuckoo for tartar sauce.
I love mayonnaise. I'm one of those weirdos.
And
Okay.
this thing, not retro, but modern.
Works.
We love it. We
Yep.
love it to death.
Okay, that was some shallots.
That was shallots. These are cornichons.
Tell us what cornichons are, please.
You know, when I was in Vermont years ago and I ordered cornichons from a company down in New York,
Capers.
they sent me Cornish hens.
Oh, you're kidding.
So I served it with the pate and they loved it. No, cornichons are sour gherkins that are pickled. And
They're like little French
exactly.
pickles.
So we process those a little bit.
With the capers, too. We just put capers in.
Right, capers, cornichons, and shallots. And
Did one of you want to say something? No? Or noises coming from down there?
no, they're just grunting.
Okay.
They like tartar sauce too, I think. All right, so you process that, Demi, because it's going to go further. Then we're going to add lots and lots of mayonnaise.
Okay.
All right, because that's the base of tartar sauce. And Dijon mustard, give it a little spice. All that other stuff adds like the acidity and the flavor. I mean, you get salt and acid from that. So I don't add salt and pepper to this dish because
you don't need it.
Right, I kick up the acid a little bit with a little bit of this here lemon juice.
Fresh lemon juice, of
Right,
course.
exactly. And we can throw in our herbs all at once. This is dill. Tartar sauce has to have dill.
Is that the? I always thought it was the pickles that had to be in there.
It's all well, yeah, but I believe Rick Moon's tartar sauce has to have dill.
Oh.
That's chives.
Okay, now he's making
And this is
stands
parsley.
here.
It does. It just does. I like dill in my tuna salad.
Do you
know,
really?
I make a tuna salad sandwich. All right. We run that. Now it's thinned out a little bit because you had a lot of liquid coming out of everything. So we're going to thicken it back up with some olive oil.
Now that's interesting because mayonnaise does, especially bought if you throw it into a processor, breaks down, so the oil will bring it back up, huh?
Correct.
And thicken.
Exactly.
What a great trick.
And that's it. That's your green tartar sauce, chock full of nice green herbs and.
I mean, aside
actually,
from
as it sits, it even gets greener. You see that?
look at that. That's wild.
And we just served that.
Okay, come on, Dale.
In the
Here.
middle.
More herbs in that one?
But there's a couple herbs in there. And were you paying attention? What herbs are in there, Mike?
Now, let me ask you all a question. How would you compare food in the 50s? We all said what we thought, why it brought up all these emotions. But how would you compare that retro food to what we're eating now?
Heavier.
Oh, my goodness. That was much heavier. But, I mean, now the ingredients and the knowledge of the consumers and people that are in the kitchens are having a lot more fun. I think they have more time to play around. It's become more of a hobby for people.
Yeah.
And, and the media has given a lot of information. Shows such as this one give people the excitement to try new things. I mean, this is so simple to do. I mean, there's no reason why you wouldn't play around with this at home. This is what you should do with your leftovers.
Okay, I agree. But also back to, when you were talking about processed food and you were talking about Mom's homemade, I think we're much more the homemade, and in your new book, you got rid of all that processed stuff in the retro desserts.
I think recipes in magazines used to be, take a can of peas and a can of, all canned recipes.
Yeah.
Whole can recipe. Everything was like fast and very, very processed.
Definitely, so that we've gotten away from that and back to sort of the more homegrown.
Plus, consumers know so much more. It's like really
so
global.
much more available. You could go to a grocery store and get
couldn't get
anything
fresh
now.
dill.
Yeah, you could
Forget
get
it.
anything now at a grocery store. Anything that a restaurant can get, you could get at a quality grocery.
Right.
Yep.
No, definitely. We've all. I attribute Julia Child a part of that because she, when she started the French Chef,
Absolutely.
she said, "You go to your supermarket, you tell, the guy there that you want fresh leeks, Because I remember fresh herbs are such a big deal.
Oh God, it was.
When I
like,
first went to
it was
California,
trauma.
when I was first working in the late '70s, I was like, wow, a dish was like with fresh dill, it was like a big deal. Now it's just one of the million ingredients.
Mushrooms used to be one variety. Now you got 10.
Yeah. Right.
Lettuces, herbs,
And mushrooms
else.
were mostly canned. People forgot how to really cook.
Right.
Yeah.
Boy,
People
have
thought
they.
that chocolate pudding only came in a
box.
It's a Jello on
It was
Amen.
like a forgotten art.
Right.
And,
Right. It's true.
Yeah.
And you grow up, you think
100 years ago, it was always made.
Yeah.
You made chocolate pudding from scratch.
Right. All righty. It's time for a quick break, and then Michael's up with a dish that pretty much defines timeless and American meatloaf. Stay tuned.